So that was the second one. The next one is stroke proficiency. Proficiency? I spelled that wrong. That's definitely, okay, you know what? We're just something. I before E except after C, proficiency, something like that. Long course meters. There's a bit of a stigma of not that international championships that have long course meter pools. This is kind of the downside of the last one is when I watch somebody swim 50 meters and they don't have to do a turn, can they still actually swim the stroke in its entirety? So, and I think that's kind of part of the long course meters thing is you don't actually have to be a great swimmer to win like a 50-meter race. Kind of like you don't, or a technical swimmer. I guess this is about proficiency, technical proficiency. So I would say though, that tends to be brought up in conversation of when somebody doesn't even have to do a flip turn to win a gold medal at a major championship. Am I supposed to take this seriously? No. So they say that, and a lot of people don't watch swimming. And that's kind of been one of the critiques is a lot of the international championships use long course meters pool, and there's a lack of stroke proficiency compared to the alternative, which is short course meters or short course yards. Well, we're talking about meters here. And so, yeah. So this one, so all turns in swimming are touch and go style. The person has to actually touch the wall and go. You don't get to like stop short of the wall and turn around and go back, kind of thing. So swimmers have to do turns as part of a race in short course meters, even if it's only 50 meters. And so socially, this one takes it by like a literal mile, like in terms of like how people feel about a athlete's capabilities to actually swim the stroke and all of what that means, including turns. So that one's a pretty quick one, kind of thing. Have to be able to swim the stroke for both. The next one is seating capacity. So long course meters, I've touched on this already. The pool is 50 meters long. And so it's literally, I guess one might call it architecturally boring to do it that way, to just be like the pool's twice as long, the seating capacity is twice as much. So on kind of standard architectural procedures, this can seat more people, unless compared to short course meters. So unless architects all of a sudden become interested in pools and getting creative with pool architecture, this doesn't really change. This one kind of wins. I will, however, say the perks of having a smaller pool is it's easier to rent out something like an arena. There are more small arenas in the world than there are big arenas. Like this is long compared to this one. So if we're looking at truly like where could this even fit, there's going to be more venue availability for 25-meter pools, be it permanent, like built in the ground, or a temporary pool, which is like a makeshift pool put up and filled with water in like arena. So this actually has better venue availability. This has better seating capacity if built around the pool. I guess you could put this kind of pool in a 50-meter setting and still retain the same seating capacity, but if we're thinking about like maximizing seating capacity. If the pool is twice as long, in theory, twice the seating capacity. So it's 2 for 2. So what's the fifth criteria? Times. So I mentioned that turns in swimming are touch and go. So like, let's take Allison Felix, who runs track and field. Let's say she's sprinting 100 meters on the track. She runs 100 meters. So that would be, we're going to translate that to a swimming pool. That'd be like long course meters. She doesn't have to turn around in her 100-meter sprint. And so that would be like long course meters. The person racing gets to sprint 50 meters if it's just a 50-meter race, and they don't have to turn around. Short course meters, the person has to turn around. So kind of, which one would we expect to be faster? Well, obviously long course meters. Like if Allison Felix, if we're using like a comparison here between sports, and swimming and athletics are frequently compared, so it's a valid comparison, is if someone's running 100 meters, they're going to run a whole lot faster if they don't have to turn around halfway down that 100-meter stretch and then go back to where they started. And especially if, let's say, there's a wall and they have to touch the wall and turn around and go back. They're going to run 100 meters straight faster than they're going to run 50 out, touch a wall, and 50 back. In swimming, it's the opposite. Short course meters are faster, and by like seconds. For like a 50, it'll be a second, 2 seconds faster. So very, very, like this is like one where like people are like, swimming is kind of supernatural. How do people turn around, touch a wall, turn around and go back faster than just racing the thing all the way through? So this is like superstar status, and that's why in my excellence comparison, short course meters wins. It's 3 over 2. It's just this one never, in my experience, so speaking from my experience, this is like the kind of thing that just is like mind-boggling to people who both understand and do not understand swimming, is the like, how is someone faster when they actually have to turn around partway through the race compared to just racing it all the way through? Right, it's this would be like momentum, and this is a change of direction, and be like, wait, what? Like this just is it's counterintuitive. Yeah, so that's gonna be, short course meters takes it, but depending on what one's comparing on, one might be better than the other.